Welcome to Fluent Studio.
Learn English the smart way. Speak better.
Stop. Before you do anything else today, I need you to hear this.
There is a person out there, maybe someone you know, who never took a single English class, never studied grammar, never opened a textbook, but today they are speaking English, confidently, naturally, without fear.
And then there's you. You who studied, you who practiced, you who gave hours and hours to learning English. You understand movies, you understand songs, you understand conversations around you. But when it is your turn to speak,
Nothing.
why? How is that possible? How can someone who understands so much say so little?
That question, that one painful question, is exactly what we're going to answer today, and I promise you, the answer is going to surprise you.
Because the reason is not what you think. It is not your intelligence. It is not your memory. It is not even your vocabulary. It is something much simpler than that. And once you hear it, you will never look at your English the same way again.
But first, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you're at a small gathering, friends, colleagues, maybe some new faces. Someone looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, you know English? Say something."
And suddenly, every single word you have ever learned vanishes. Your heart beats faster, your face feels warm, and the only thing coming out of your mouth is, I forgot.
And later, alone, you replay that moment and think, I knew the words, I understood everything they said, so why couldn't I speak?
If that scene felt real to you, if you felt it somewhere inside your chest just now, then this episode was made for you. Stay with us, because what comes next will change something for you today.
Welcome to English Today podcast. Take a slow breath, relax your body. You're in the right place at the right time.
And I want to say something before we go any further. There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing. What you are feeling is not a personal failure. It is one of the most common experiences among English learners in the entire world, and it has a name.
It's called the gap between understanding English and speaking English. And here's what most people never find out. These are two completely separate skills.
Wait, separate skills?
Yes. Understanding is passive. When you watch a movie, your brain receives the language. It listens, absorbs, and connects. You don't have to build anything. You just take it in.
But speaking is completely different. When you speak, you have to create the sentence yourself, in real time, under pressure, with someone standing right in front of you, waiting.
Your brain has to find the words, arrange them, check the grammar, and push them out all at the same time. That's a completely different skill. And most learners spend years building their understanding and almost no time building their speaking.
That was me. Years of studying, years of watching, years of reading, but almost no time actually opening my mouth and speaking English out loud.
And that's the real reason. Not your brain, not your ability, just one missing habit, because speaking is a muscle, and a muscle you never train stays weak.
Say that with me. Speaking is a muscle.
Speaking is a muscle.
Out loud, wherever you are, speaking is a muscle.
Remember that. Write it down if you can, because everything we talk about today connects back to that one truth.
Now, the first reason this gap stays open, you're waiting to be perfect before you speak.
I'll speak when my English is a little better, maybe after I finish this course, maybe next month. But that month never arrives, because speaking is not the reward at the end of learning. Speaking is the learning itself.
You cannot wait to be ready. You speak, and that is what makes you ready.
Here is a phrase I want you to carry with you from today. The next time you feel nervous to speak, just say, "I'm still learning, but let me try."
Repeat after me. I'm still learning, but let me try.
I'm still learning, but let me try.
One more time. I'm still learning, but let me try.
That sentence is honest, it is brave, and it gives you complete permission to be imperfect. Use it.
Now, the second reason, you think in your own language first and then try to translate into English, and that translation is simply too slow for real conversation.
So instead of translating full sentences, start collecting small, ready-made English phrases, short expressions your brain can reach for instantly without thinking.
Phrases like, "That's a good point. Let me think about that. I'm not sure, but I think," Could you say that again? These phrases keep the conversation moving while your brain catches up.
Let's do a quick role play. Someone asks you, what do you think about learning English online?
Instead of freezing, I take a breath and I say, "That's a good question. I think learning online is really helpful. You can practice anytime, anywhere."
No perfect grammar needed, no big words, just real, clear communication. And that is completely enough.
One more role play. Someone says to you, "Tell me about yourself."
I smile, I breathe, and I say, sure, my name is, I'm learning English because I want to. Short, simple, honest, fully understood.
You do not need to sound like a textbook. You just need to be understood. That is the whole job.
Here's something that might surprise you. Even native English speakers feel nervous sometimes. Even they pause. Even they say and search for words mid-sentence. Fluency does not mean speaking without stopping. Fluency means continuing even when it's not perfect.
So give yourself that same permission. Pause, breathe, and then speak.
Here's your first practice task. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, say 3 sentences out loud in English about anything at all. Your morning, your plans, how you're feeling right now. Just 3 sentences out loud.
Talk to the mirror. Record a voice note on your phone. Speak to your pet. It doesn't matter who hears it. What matters is that your mouth opens and English comes out.
And your second task, the next time someone speaks to you in English, don't wait for the perfect response. Just start. One word, one phrase, anything, because starting, that's where everything begins.
The gap between understanding and speaking closes only one way, by speaking again and again and again.
You already understand English, and that is something real and powerful. Now it's time to trust yourself and let the words come out.
You've been listening to English Today podcast. Thank you for staying with us today.
Speaking is a muscle. Train it a little every single day. Not perfectly, just consistently, and watch what happens.
You do not need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Try this today. Say something in English, anything, and notice how it feels.
We'll be back again soon. Until then, take care, keep going, and speak a little English today. You've got this.